Greetings. Welcome to Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspirational. Thank you for being here today. So, we're jumping on the channel one more time today to let you know that episode 113 of my daily inspirational podcast, Karenhope'S 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, has been produced and published and is available for listening down in the podcast platform links down below in the description box. Now check it out, okay? Now, and if this is the first time on the channel, y'all, go ahead. You have 113 podcast episodes to listen to. Be like a tomato and ketchup. Anyway. Okay, so back to the podcast, okay? Today's episode was titled New Beginnings. And this is what it's all about. And I'll briefly talk about it, but you can go ahead and listen to it in its entirety down in the links below. Quickly. It was tied into yesterday's podcast, okay? And it was pretty much, we continued our conversation about letting go of old things, like old energies, okay? And in this podcast, we associated, like new beginnings, like a beginning with new and an ending with old, right? We did. So basically, it's all about getting rid of what's old so we can bring in what's new. And what's new is what serves our life purpose, what is for our higher good, what causes us to resonate with positive things, positive energies, positive environments and situations and conditions. We resonate with that more than anything negative. That's what we should do. That's what we should do, because it's the only way that we can allow in a flow of that abundance. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Just go on down to the description box below and check out the episode, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to tie up this video with a pretty little bow and talk about a little inspiration before we, sign off. We'll be right back at, around 9, I think, because it's Fleeting Thought Thursdays. So I'll be back later, but let's talk about this really quickly. Alrighty. Now, I had to get checked on this. Okay? I had to really, really, really get humbled and understand this fact right here. And do you know what, y'all? What I'm about to say is going to take a big weight off of your shoulders. Okay? Because it did mine. Okay? Now I guess I can tie this into what I just said. I like the way it works. That old energy, man. There is an old energy, a self-sabotaging energy that we all, every single one watching this video, and everybody that ain't watching this video, deals with. And that is overthinking. Okay? And one of those things that causes us to overthink is why people treat us like they do. Now, I'm saying that right now, but I'm also including love. Because sometimes we can't understand why people love us. Right? I do that. I'm like, why? But anyway, so check this out. When people love us, it has nothing to do with us. It seriously has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with their experiences, if they're a person who accepts, if they're a person who tolerates, if they're a person who forgives, if they're a person who does not. More than likely, what I'm trying to get to are those are the people that are able to accept, able to forgive, are operating from a place of understanding, and have a little bit more patience. But it has everything to do with their experiences. They may have been brought up that way. They may have been humbled themselves to fall flat on their face and get up and know that to live a different way. I can't say. Everybody has their own experiences, but it is based on how someone treats us, loves us, is based on their experiences. Has nothing to do with our great personality. It has nothing to do with our, being funny or respectful or, non-clingy, whatever. All those things that are considered ideal in a person, it has nothing to do with people loving us. Now, because life is about balance, and this is about a scale that needs to be balanced, we have to talk about the other. Okay? Now, people that don't like us or loathe us or, hate us, whatever word you want to use, that has nothing to do with us either at all. And I could tell you why about that too. It makes it easy to understand. Okay. Now, just like those people who, they love, like let me just go ahead and use an example. You can love a person, right? Unconditionally, not you or anyone. Anyone can love a person unconditionally. And the person they're giving the love to, if they're closed off to whatever kind of love that they're giving based on their experiences, it's going to mean nothing. It's not going to matter. It won't resonate. But if that person is used to what they're used to, like if they're used to arguing, or if they're used to violence, if that's what's familiar in their life, if that's what their comfort zone, that's what they're going to resonate to. And they may not even be getting any love at all, but they are resonating. They're resonating with that energy. You know what I mean? So a person who was loving unconditionally may overthink that and feel crushed, because it's like, what is it about me? Well, it's nothing about you. You're absolutely fine. Just fine. It's just that person who they're giving the love to, it's just not in the place to receive it. And that's all. That's just the bottom line. Now, getting back to those people who hate, loathe, and despise. Okay? Those people are in the same boat. It's all about what they feel. It's all about their experiences. And I'll tell you why I believe that also. There could be a person who okay, two people who have worked 2 shifts. No, not even 2 shifts. They've worked all week on a nursing station, okay? Dealing with people that are dying, okay? They haven't slept all week and they're cranky. 2 people. Now, one person you don't know at all. You don't know them from Adam, okay? But they work just as hard as the person that you do know. Think about a situation where that person you don't know has some words with you. They're cranky, they made a mistake, they said the wrong thing, and they end up cussing you out. Okay, you might want to handle that, right? But then, on the other hand, you have that person who you've had experience with, and you've loved, and they've helped you through things. Perhaps it's a spouse, or a boyfriend or girlfriend, a brother or sister, whatever. And you're going to step back and say, you know what? Well, they did work all week. You're going to give them a different kind of grace. Same offense, same ugly words, same hateful behavior. But because of their experience with that person, they may just have a little better grace. I'm going to let them sleep right quick, might be, what they say. They might need to sleep that off, you might go get them a real, dress Corona. Let them sip on that a little bit. Let them relax, So, it has everything to do with that person and their experience. So, getting back to taking that weight off our shoulders. How people treat us, okay? Although we take it personally, we should not. It has nothing to do with us. The humbling thing is, we can be as loving as we want to be, and it doesn't have to be accepted, because that person may not be in a place to accept it. On the other, flip the coin, okay? Someone could be just as hateful as they want to be to a person, but depending on the experiences that person who is receiving that hateful behavior has with that person, depends on how much grace that person gets. They might get a slap on the wrist, and that other person might get the whole royal butt kicking for the same offense. So, bottom line is, y'all, what anybody thinks about us is not a business. Not one bit. It's something they need to work on. It's their business. So if they, and I say work on even in the love department, because love can only grow. That's not supposed to be stagnant. It's supposed to be able to find things in people to love about them every day. I do. You know, your loved ones feel that way about you. If they love you, they're finding something new to love about you every day. Thank God for that. And then, hey, it works the same way on both sides, okay? So, stop overthinking it. It's not your business what people feel about you. Your business is to figure out if you like yourself. Understand if you love yourself. And if you don't, there's any glimmer, sliver, any bit of self-hate in that body of yours, get rid of it. Get rid of that negative energy. Let it go. Bring in a new energy of self-love. Okay? Know that you are lovable. You forgive yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Forgive yourself for allowing any negative energy to come in. It was all based on being in a bad place. And that's okay because you've come out of it, you understand it, and you won't go back. That's what you think about, okay? And if you want to overthink that, you can never overthink that too much, okay? That's it for this video, y'all. Thank you again for being here, okay? Thank you again for supporting the podcast. And also, if you're considering being a monthly subscriber, thank you in advance. And for those 9 beautiful people who have supported the channel of the podcast, I can never thank you enough. Now, as for the YouTube channel, y'all, please go ahead and like this video, okay? Comment, share, and I have a question to ask you. If that notification bell is red, why? Why is it still red? Okay? Turn it gray for me. Because I'm trying to go live on Thursdays for Fleeting Thought Thursdays, and YouTube says I have to have a certain amount of likes and a certain amount of subscribes to go live. Okay? We want to do that. And I want to do it by December. The end of December is okay, but mid-December will be really cool so I can have a Christmas special. Okay, well, thank you again for being here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you here a little later on this evening around 9 on this channel.